Holland is easily one of the most fun picks for a playing skyscraper, toll and colonization focused campaign. The fact that you can end up with an economy like this by 1600s without the need for conquest past the English Channel node is simply amazing. You can make the Dutch lowlands area super rich with the help of special government reforms, ideas and powerful missions introduced in the 1.37 patch, which in my opinion made playing Holland and eventually the Netherlands, which you can now form much earlier, 10 times more fun. Let's begin the playing tall adventure. For now, our estate setup will look like this. We only granted +1 mana points for all of the estates and religious diplomats, as well as loans for the burghers. We will be seizing lands, recruiting some advisors. Let's go with tax, diplo reputation, and discipline. And later, if we can, we will be getting trade efficiency and yearly inflation reduction advisors so that we can get the radical reforms. We will need more units, so we will get the free company. And also we can go ahead and boost our stability once for 90 points. With all of that done, we have a few nations that will be willing to support our independence. In my case, it's Aragon, France, Savoy, and Denmark. As long as you get like 2 big nations, you should be fine. Sometimes you might be able to get England, Austria, Castile. It really varies from game to game, but I will get France. Let's go. Denmark is really good because they have a couple of subjects. And why not just get everybody in the list? Now, with our army recruited, we have raised the militia mission, which will give us permaclaims around us, and we will not lose stability once we declare our independence war. And this is why I already stepped up. Really good reward. We can also grab a regular general. 1 shock, that's not great. Change our trade setup a little bit. We're gonna move our trader from Champagne over to Rhineland. And we're doing this because we will be able to establish communities which will improve relations by 15%. We're gonna do the same in Lubeck and eventually even in Saxony, because we will have a ton of these nations revolting, or I should say joining the coalition. And there we go, guys. It's the 11th of December, so we're gonna start our war. They're allied with the Palatinate, so not the best alliance that they have. They can sometimes have like Brittany, Genoa, nations like that. So this should be pretty damn easy. Let's go. And yes, there was a sound as if we lost stability, but we don't actually lose it. The only thing we lost is legitimacy. We're down to 20. And we got this random ruler. He's not the best. If you want to, you can always restart the game and get something better. But I'm just gonna roll with it. So now pretty much we're just gonna sit in Amsterdam until help arrives, because really we cannot move on our own. Otherwise we will get stomped before we reach Antwerpen. And in the meantime, we're just gonna begin improving relations with nations that we don't plan to attack. For a second, we can enable the defensive edict as they're sieging us. Well, this is an amazing start, isn't it? We're losing stability. Great. Love it. And the air is dog shit. Oh no, come on, man. What's happening in this game, bro? I mean, we're probably gonna switch our government reform anyways, because for 50 points we can get the Stadhouder monarchy. And this way we will have elections. So it's definitely not something that you would need to restart your game over. Okay, Burgundy is out of here, and we have some Norwegian soldiers joining us up, so we can take care of Brabant in the meantime. Help our boys out a little bit and stop this siege. There we go. That's what you get. Okay, now we might want to get out of here because there's still quite a few soldiers. And yeah, about this war, we will be able to keep some allies afterwards, so it's great getting big nations to support your independence. You can definitely keep someone like Aragon, and if we give like 1 province to France, we should be able to keep them too. Finally, at least something good is happening. 50 admin points, thank you for that. So there we go, we can peace out the Palatinate, and we're not gonna take any money from them, because as you can see, out of 95 ducats we would only get 1 measly ducat. No thank you, we're not feeding our allies. So the only thing we're taking is pretty much war reparations. And no matter what nations you're fighting, sometimes Burgundy, you know, could have like Aragon or other nations on their side. Make sure to take war reparations. This will greatly boost your economy. Actually, the more nations you fight in this initial war, the better. It's gonna give you a head start with the economy. But there we go. And when it comes to Burgundy itself, once again, money is not very important. We would only get a small amount. I'm actually not gonna get any money from them. I'm just going with war reparations, independence. I'm giving 1 province to France so that we can keep them as an ally. And I'm taking the entirety of Flanders, which is a nation that is not in the HRE and it's less aggressive expansion to take it, as well as 2 more provinces that will help us complete a certain mission. Now, if we wanted to go overboard with this, we could take more provinces, let's say, instead of war reparations, but we do have to pay attention to the coalition at least a little bit. Like, this is still manageable with 4 provinces, because we will actually lose some aggressive expansion through a mission, and it's pretty much half of what you see here. I'm like 100% sure that we won't get declared on, especially if we have big allies. So that's the only reason why I'm taking this, because we can just continue improving relations after this war, take it chill, maybe fight some wars here and there for humiliation to take some points. But apart from that, we're not gonna go for conquests for a bit. So yeah, there we go. This is finished. Now, we're not going to concentrate any development here, because as you can see, out of 8 development, we would only get back 5. Yes, this would make coring easier, but because we're gonna play Skyscraper Toll, we're preserving the development. And this is the mission I was talking about, unification of Holland. We will lose 10 aggressive expansion with all imperial princes. We'll get back 20 legitimacy, and our ruler increases his mill points by 1. Let's go ahead and reduce war exhaustion, start coring everything. And what I like to do after this first war is start another one immediately, but as I said, not for conquest, but to get some monarch points. So we're looking for a weak nation that is in our rivals list. Oh my god, Gallery, what the hell, man? Why do you need 4 alliances, bro? So I would say for us the easiest nations are Liège and Utrecht. The only annoying thing about this is that they both have level 3 forts, so we might need to get like 1 or 2 additional soldiers, just because of attrition and the battles that we will do. But yeah, basically, we're rivaling Liège, we're rivaling Utrecht, and let's do Friesland as well. And there's still a few nations that have over 50 aggressive expansion, which means they will start a coalition. So if we don't want to risk them entering the coalition, look at that, man. We don't have a CB right now or humiliate rival, but what we can do is just send a nearby nation embargo, and we will immediately gain these casus belli. So once our diplomat comes back after 1 day, we can actually declare this war, and there's no risk for the coalition. There we go. By the way, one thing I didn't point out yet is that our crownlands went from 5% up to 16%. So in 1449 we will be able to seize lands, and we will get this back to 20%, which pretty much eliminates all the negative modifiers except for tax. And we are free at this point to grab more privileges. We're gonna go with supremacy over the crown for additional loyalty. Promote burghers bookkeeping. Let's go with additional trade power with economic freedom. Clergy loyalty is not the best, so I will get oversight by the clergy. And some reform points won't hurt. Oh, come on, man. Really, we have to take care of Flemish separatists? Get the hell out of here, man. And yeah, everybody's entering the coalition, so make sure to continue improving relations, guys, especially with those nations that are already entered and with which you can see that you can still get plus 50 relation modifier, as this will immediately kick them out. We're gonna lose the alliance with Savoy. That's the one that I least care about, so that's fine. And just to be safe, I'm gonna take a couple of loans. We want to make sure to complete this war efficiently, so we're gonna get the Flemish company. We're gonna get rid of at least one of our mercenary companies right after we beat up all the soldiers, or after we finish the war. Now we should be able to wipe this 8,000 that is trying to siege our province. Unfortunately, it's not a wipe, but we can follow them, and they're done for. Burgundy has warned us not to go to any wars. Yeah, sure, buddy. Take a chill pill, my dude. We're gonna move our ships to protect trade in Lubeck as well. Unfortunately, Austria is gonna demand us to return unlawful territory, and we're not gonna do it, so it's gonna sting a little bit. If you were lucky, you might have been able to get Austria on your side for the independence and improve the relations to that point where they wouldn't do this, then good for you. But yeah, Austria wasn't in my possible nations that would support me. Definitely not the best RNG on my side. Now, after requesting a couple of mill access, we should be able to get to Lüneburg. And there, we will be able to finally finish this war. We even have 10 favors with France by now, which is so good because we will be able to use them pretty much in any war we want to. There, guys, more war reparations is always welcome. And obviously what we're doing with Liège is show strength. Now this will give us 100 of each monarch points, a ton of power projection, and one of the Age of Discovery objectives. So if we complete 2 more, we can start our golden era. Now it's time to get rid of some of the mercenaries and pay a bit more attention to our economic situation. So we're gonna take out a couple of loans, which will allow us to repay the old 1% loans, which were 20 ducats each. And after we take new ones, we end up with 300 ducats, which then allows us to further eliminate the loans, and we end up with just 7. There, let's issue embargo on Utrecht, on Friesland. It looks like we now have enough trade power in Lubeck by moving our ships there. And we can do Hansa relations, giving us 2 mercantilism, and we will get additional 30 trade power there, as well as permaclaims on Gotland and Lubeck. Now, we did not complete this diplomatically, and I actually found that it's pretty difficult to do it because you would always get this moved the staple port to Amsterdam modifier, which reduces your relations by 100. So if you wanted to, I guess you could really play the long game if you need these 100 diplo points. I really don't care about it that much. I think it doesn't make like a vital difference, so we're gonna complete it right now. We can go ahead and grab our naval doctrine as well. We have a unique one, Dutch trade fleet. This is really damn good. It's like the merchant navy combined with the colonial advisor, because you get colonial range and ship trade power plus 25%. Really worth it. So for now there's no rebels. We can disable our army maintenance. We're not going for any wars until we dissolve the coalition. Another thing we will do is start focusing on admin points so we can have more of those. This is the most important for us. Oh, come on, man. Will you leave me alone with these events? Give me a break, man, so we won't lose stability. Let's just lose 20 decades. Come on, bro. There, guys, we're ready to get more crown lands. This is gonna pop a few rebels, which is just fine. Our estates shortly will get back to normal status, and we have good crown lands. Let's also grab ourselves level 4 mill technology. We have 10 favors with Aragon, which is amazing because we can start asking for some money. We're just gonna leech of these guys. And guys, we have over 50 reform progress, which allows us to change from feudal nobility over to Stadhouder monarchy. This government was introduced in 1.37. It allows plutocratic idea group, has Dutch elections, enables status versus oranges mechanics, parliament. We get additional trade efficiency, heavy ship compatibility, no stability loss on a monarch death, reduced liberty desire on other continents, and allows VOC Indiaman ships. So this is pretty damn amazing. If I remember correctly, you don't need to rush for this. You can also get this later via an event after you form the Netherlands, but I think it's worth it. Now let's just go ahead and begin a debate. There's so much good stuff here, man. Personally, I think we will benefit most by expanding the diplomatic corps, because for 10 years we will get an additional diplomat, which obviously we're going to use to continue improving relations, and I think it's going to be massive. We need to assign some seats, and then we can just use a couple of admin points. Here we go, we passed it. Alright, so we have an election, guys, and we can replace this guy. Now, you really not only want to pay attention to the stats of your next ruler, but also the government type that he supports. For example, we have this one with 5 admin and 5 diplo points, and he would strengthen the statists. When statists are in power, we will get new rulers elected every 4 years. And when it comes to orangists, the current ruler will continue to rule until he dies. So if we were to pick Willem the 8th, we could make him live a long and beautiful life, but look at that, man. His stats are not the best. So we're instead gonna get this guy and just hope for a quick election. And Dutch elections are so damn good, man. Even if you have a pretty much republic type government, you can still get royal marriages. Dude, we're already making such good money. Honestly, I really want to take private trade fleets as well, as this will allow us to spam these new VOC Indiaman light ships, which can be not only used for trade, but also to transport units. So it's a cog and a bark combined into one. These are incredibly overpowered. Okay, so France needs our help. We are a loyal ally. Obviously, we're gonna help them out. What they're fighting for? Provence, Lorraine, yeah, sure. A good event? Is this reality? Anyways, guys, so yeah, I wasn't boosting our stability because we did it initially, and we're now really pushing for level 5 admin technology so we can have our first idea group. Normally, you can definitely boost this once manually before taking such an event, so you can pretty much have 2 stability at a lower cost, but this is not my priority right now, so I'm just gonna take it. Oh, no, Milan, you better get the hell out of here. We don't play around like that. He's still level 3 military, so that's what you get for trying something. We gotta help our boy out in times of need. Come on, man, get the hell out of here. Leave our blue friend be. I love the fact that barely participating, we are still getting some money from this war. Oh man, France is such a good ally to have. Now, that's what I'm talking about. With our new oranges candidate, I would quite love to keep this one. Decent stats. We actually got most of the nations to leave the coalition. Oh, that's all. There's no more coalition. There we go. So guys, we're not gonna just start recklessly expanding now. First of all, what I want to do is pop these rebels. There, this is done. Now we can also work on this. We can get Venice to share knowledge to us, which would be amazing. So let's improve relations with them. We're pretty much not gonna wait until we get Renaissance for level 5 admin, because we wanna go and unlock our first idea group. And it's going to be infrastructure ideas. Usually I don't pick a admin idea group for the first one, but I really love picking infrastructure first with the Netherlands. It really helps you a ton when it comes to economics, and you can start playing tall much faster with this development cost reduction once you finish it all. Also, it's a really good pair with exploration ideas, which is the next idea group that we're gonna go for. Okay, finally, I was waiting for this. France ended their war, let's grab more crown lands, and let's drag them into a different war ourselves. And as I said, we're not gonna just start expanding like that. We can take the opportunity to declare wars on small nations like Gallery and still grab a ton of monarch points from them, because we're not looking to have like the widest empire possible. We're only looking to have the lowlands, the English Channel provinces. I think the more humiliation wars you can have, the better, and this is pretty damn easy to deal with, especially with an ally like France. Come here, boy. So he's a bit annoying because, yeah, Brunswick and Friesland is already over here. We're not that strong yet compared to them. They're also level 4, which is why once again I'm gonna get a couple of mercenaries. Just playing it safe, and maybe we can get like a decent general. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now we can certainly show them who's the boss by completely wiping them out. Okay, boys, here we go. We have Comet sighted. That's right. This is what I was excited about. Yeah, no. I was excited about knowledge sharing from Genoa. So Renaissance is spreading by 1.45, 1.56. We can speed this up a little bit by expanding infrastructure as well. We already have a Renaissance in Bruges, and now it's just gonna spread insanely quick into our other provinces. There we go, guys. We also have events like this one. Nobles look to the Prince of Holland. We can strengthen either statists or orangists. And as I said, guys, we're looking forward to getting this ruler to live for as long as possible and rule for as long as possible. So we're going to strengthen orangists. Come here, Friesland, give us cash war reparations. And with this war being done, here's our additional monarch points. Thank you very much. And also because we constantly keep our power projection above 50, we constantly get +1 mana points monthly. Now we could do the same with Utrecht, but they're allied with Burgundy, and I really don't want to mess with that piece because it's gonna expire in 3 years, and we will do a normal conquest war versus Burgundy. Actually, we want to start getting some claims on them. The last jousting tournament, really in time for that Burgundy war. Thank you very much for that. We have Renaissance present in all of our most valuable provinces, which makes it only 26 decades to embrace it. This is amazing. Here we go. We can upgrade our technologies to level 5. We're back in the game, boys. Let's get our first infrastructure idea as well. Brittany and Burgundy will be our new rivals now. Let's see who's gonna buy it off us. We have Denmark, and pretty much that's it. No other big nation wants to buy it, so yeah, they can have it for 1.39 decades. With this new debate, let's go and ask for 30 Governry from Progress and 25% increase for 10 years. Immediately, this allows us to get the next reform. I think we can go with Ministerialis promotion, giving us advisor cost reduction. Grab more crown lands, 31%. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what we're gonna aim to take in this war is pretty much these 2 provinces, and if we can, even 2 Wallonian provinces. We'll see how the aggressive expansion will look like. Do we need to drag in both Denmark and France for this? We definitely don't, but I still will. Why the hell not? Let's make it as easy as possible. Oh, Aragon as well? Sure. Oh, there we go, boys. Oranges strike again with an amazing event, morale of armies and navies. Only for 5 years, but it's still a really nice boost. Oh yes, excellent. Construction cost minus 10%. Burgundy, dude, what the hell are you doing, man? You're done for. France is just sending 37,000 units just like that, casually. It's his entire army, dude. Talk about a loyal ally, man. Full commission to the cause. Yeah, guys, we're not gonna push this. Yeah, we're not taking 4 provinces, let's be real. We're just gonna take Brabant, which is a tiny coalition. And with the last siege, here we go, where we were just looking forward to get more war reparations. Tiny bit of cash. Awesome, awesome, awesome. War is done, and by the time we did it, we even cut the coalition down by a bit. Now, with our 2 new provinces, we have in Flanders Fields, which, there we go, we get this event. We can change the culture in Antwerp to Dutch, and for 20 years this province gets local trade power modifier plus 20%, or we can lose in all Flemish provinces 15 years of separatism and get a skill to stab cost advisor 50% cheaper. We're gonna go with the second option. Eventually we want to get this advisor. That's gonna be a ton of admin points, but for now, we're just gonna get trade efficiency because we can get the radical reforms this way. Yeah, we can still increase our innovativeness by getting level 6 military, which is awesome. Oh, screw you, Austria, get out of my face, man. And Gelre is so huge, holy crap, man, they ate up Utrecht. That's gonna be a juicy war in the near future. Until then, what can we do? We have Savoy, England. Maybe we could go for like a humiliation war versus Savoy. Oh, damn, they're allied with Castile, but we still might be able to do it. East Frisia be like, I'ma enter this coalition. Dude, nobody cares about you, chill. We are very close to being maxed out on diplo points with no real good use for them right now. So it's time to start developing our provinces at least a tiny bit. And because we're not really looking towards using our admin points yet, we're not gonna develop past 15, which is the benchmark where we can expand infrastructure. Once we do expand infrastructure, then we will continue developing these specific provinces. So France doesn't want to help us in this war because they have good attitude towards enemies. Maybe we can fix this. I would love to. So we're gonna reduce opinion. Let's see. Is this gonna be good enough? Yes, it is. We just need a couple more favors. That's great. Alright, we have the Burgundian succession quite damn early, 1467. And the Emperor has inherited Burgundy, which means they're under PU with Austria. Yeah, that's not the best case scenario. And if something like this happens, I think you can alt F4, guys, until you actually have all the lands that you need from Burgundy, which would be all the English Channel provinces and of course, lowland provinces. But that's only if you want to have an as easy game as possible. We're in this campaign just gonna pull through anything and we're gonna continue rolling. Okay, let's rival Gallery and we can do Scotland too. That's interesting. Wait. We might actually be able to do this. They're allied with France, but we're gonna drag in France into the war with Savoy. Then we can also do a Scotland humiliation. Oh my god, this is gonna be beautiful. Okay, we need our ships back. Let's also build a couple more barks. We need to have 30 ships. I'm gonna go ahead and take one loan for that too. We have our first Age of Discovery ability. Let's go for Justified Wars, reducing our aggressive expansion. The next one is definitely going to be higher developed colonies. Oh no, these guys are now in debt. Come on, France. Why are you doing this to me? There, we have it. Nice, let's go. Humiliate rival. Invite both of our allies. We can transport 12 regiments, and Scotland has what? 16? Oh damn, they have a big army. But they're losing a war versus England, so we're gonna immediately declare this humiliate rival war anyways. And honestly, we still have a tech advantage, so I feel pretty damn confident about transporting 12,000 units straight to their capital. Good city management, the usual for Holland. We get +1 stability, lovely stuff. Now we can get one of these abilities, and honestly it might not be the worst idea to get Forgive Usury to reduce our inflation a little bit. Yeah, let's get that. I love it, guys. By barely even doing anything, we have show strength available, 100 of each monarch points. We are maxed out on a mill, so we actually need to start developing our stuff a little bit more. Hey, you know what? For these next 10 years, let's get another 10% dev cost reduction with land reforms. Have some ducats, and we can grab a little bit of corruption. Having a corrupt government is always beneficial, right? To be honest, I really want to start our golden era before we get level 7 admin technology, so we're just gonna develop Amsterdam. Let's push it to 30 dev. That's how I like it. And I'll just grab it right now, a little bit early. Look at that, man. We can also expand infrastructure for 31 admin points instead of the regular 50. And this is because of the golden era, and because of our third infrastructure idea, reducing the cost by 25%. Okay, France, I'll leave you finish this crap, and we ourselves will go over to Castile, start sieging them down. If we can get their capital, that would be lovely. War reparations would give us quite a bit of money from a nation like Castile. Dude, we're so strong right now. We're just wiping floor with these enemies. Okay, it's time to set maximize profit as our trading policy, and we have 15% trade power in Lubeck as well as 30 light ships protecting it, so we can support the bulk trades. We get 18 ducats as 3 months income from the English Channel node. That's fine. We also get perma claims on every province in the Baltic Sea trade node that has a center of trade. Yeah, unfortunately we cannot finish the agenda. I'm not gonna build this fort fast enough, so we're gonna take nobility right for diet call. We're gonna click this and it's automatically done. We get 1 base manpower. There we go, 61 ducats and war reparations from Castile, more than we ever needed. We're gonna be pretty much maxed out on Diplo, so we can continue developing a little bit. There we go. And we can once again show strength to these bastards. This is what, like our 5th humiliation war this game? Honestly, yeah, let's do it. We're gonna sell titles. This gives us some money. We had a few loans, so we're gonna go ahead and repay them. Now it's really gonna be our golden age. Our economy will start booming. I'm actually gonna make Den Haag a 30 development province as well, as this is one of the provinces where we have expanded infrastructure. There we go, guys. The Iberian wedding actually happened shortly after our war, so really good timing for us. Yeah, we no longer have Aragon, which kinda sucks, but at least we were able to use them in quite a few important wars for us. And really from this point in the game we can start standing on our own because we have quite a decent force limit. We have very good resources. We already are making 6 ducats monthly. You know what? I'm probably gonna hunt for this alliance with the Papal State. There we go. We need more papal influence, and we're also gonna buy indulgence at the earliest point so we can start using this construction cost benefit. And we have our tier-free government reform. Centralized bureaucracy is available to us because we have less than 15 provinces in Europe. It will further reduce our development cost modifier by 5%, so we're going with this one. Oh yes, I was waiting for this. Finally, we do have the radical reforms. So we're gonna kick out this guy and this guy, get out of here. 200 admin and diplo points. The 50% cheaper stab cost advisor is still here. He's 40 years old, so I think we can grab him. And now we can also go for one of these cheaper spy network advisors. Dude, we want to or not, we have to continue developing. Screw it, let's go. In a 15 development province, it only costs 19 points anyways. And if we go to the development map mode, this is what we already look like. We're gonna make all of this green. We can grab admin level 7 a bit early, 25% more expensive, but that's fine because we have access to the second idea group. And obviously we're going for exploration ideas. We can go and unlock a few of those, allowing us to have our first colonist. We're going for native repression policy, and we have new privileges available to our estates. We're gonna take native assimilation, expedition rights, and good thing we have another slot available for burghers because this one is one of the most important ones. Settler chance and additional settlers increase. We have a couple of new interactions. We can get new world missions, increasing our native assimilation and reducing native uprising chance. Sure, why not? Let's get a conquistador and also improve our colonial range as well as get a free explorer. We're so set. Now we need free ships. There we go. Give me that. Oh, how good is that? 25% local defensiveness in our province with a fort. Thank you very much. Let's go and start exploring. We can start with North America because this will give us another objective for Age of Discovery, and then we will faster be able to take higher developed colonies. We actually need to change our setup a little bit. Let's start transferring from Lubeck, from Champagne, where we have a little bit of power, and collecting in English Channel node. There we go, this boosts our income quite a bit. Portugal was very fast. They actually got not only Cabo Verde, but also Bermuda, which was another colony that I was expecting to get. So we need to continue exploring for a little bit. These buildings will give us a massive economy boost. Like, look at that, man. In 3 of our provinces, we can get 0.5 decades by building workshops. It's insane. Let's build like a church and maybe some barracks as well. We managed to once again dissolve the coalition, so we're gonna continue expanding. And we're aiming to take perhaps even the entirety of Gelre, which would be 4 provinces. And we can push it, take 2 provinces of Friesland and also East Frisia. So this is gonna be like a massive coalition, and you don't necessarily need to do that. But I kind of want to form the Netherlands, which requires us 5 more provinces. And at the same time, we need to do Frisian freedom. So these are the exact provinces that we need to take. Well, I guess we could skip on Utrecht and we could skip on Upper Guelders, which we might do, but then our borders won't look good. Anyways, yeah, we will start by breaking your alliance with East Frisia. Good that we had all these favors with Denmark, and this can be our first war. We need just a little bit more colonial range for Arguin, so maybe we can hunt for that advisor. That would be amazing. There, East Frisia, you're down and out. We also got Bremen in this war, who we can clearly just demolish. That's what you get. And when it comes to our wars, that's right, co-belligerent Friesland, and we're going for Gelre. Take out this garbage. Don't you run away, my boy. This is 11 aggressive expansion. All good, all good. Don't be mad at me, Austria. Don't be mad at me. We still lack a little bit of colonial range, so unfortunately we cannot colonize this yet. But I guess all we need to do is get to level 7 Diplo technology, because this is going to increase it by 115. And until then, we are just continuing to use our colonists to boost the development in one of our provinces in Amsterdam. You guys, in the meantime, just continue exploring whatever. There we go, this is absolutely perfect. Not only we are now ready to establish colonies, but also we have another infrastructure idea, so we get 10% dev cost reduction. Okay, so you cancel settlement growth. We're starting to colonize Arguin, and because there are some natives here, we're gonna send over 3 units. That's it. Let's annex Friesland. We also have Scotland in this war, so we need to take care of that. And we have 13 transports now, so that's quite a few soldiers that we can send here. Austria has entered coalition. Yep. So this is bound to happen. And I'm really thinking maybe we should declare on Burgundy before that happens. But then we cannot even invite France into this one. And it's pretty damn tough. I think I know what play we're gonna make, and for that we will need a claim on England so we can get some passive war score. These guys are allied with Austria and they don't have 50 aggressive expansion versus us yet, so we can use that to get the very quick white piece. Oh yeah, I think this is gonna 100% work. But there's one more thing. I still wanna get Berg as it's a part of South Brabant, so this one we probably can declare shortly. Honestly, I'm gonna just do it now before they enter. And let's barrage this to speed it up. With most of these guys, we're just aiming to get as long choices as possible, transfer trade power to us, give us max money, war reparation, break your treaties as well. There, we have a claim on Calais. So pretty much, yeah, we're taking all of this. We don't give a damn. Screw the coalitions. And guys, we have Frisian Freedom, which is gonna give us some additional army tradition. And of course, we have G Tendrai, the mission that gives us perma claims on all Low Countries region. So the provinces that we just took, we can core a little bit cheaper. Forming the Netherlands no longer requires us to have admin technology 10. We will be getting development cost reduction and discipline buffs. And if we complete this mission while we are the Netherlands, then this will be extended for 10 more years, making this modifier last for 30 years, which is incredibly powerful. Obviously, if you want to, you can wait it out, don't rush it, just play it safe and enjoy the development cost benefits a bit longer. But we're not gonna do it, we're doing it right now. So all we need to do to form the Netherlands is core up Utrecht and Gelre. We're gonna start doing that right now. So guys, we're gonna once again seize lands. At this point, we're gonna stop selling titles because we are doing really good economically. So the further we grow our crown lands, the more reform progress we're gonna get. We can continue building stuff. We can get a few more workshops. We can set new rivals, which will be England, Castile, and Austria. You could say we have a little coalition, right? But that's not a big deal whatsoever, because whenever we want to, we are ready to declare a conquest of Calais on England, which will remove Austria from the coalition and ensure that once we do form the Netherlands, we can still get the PU over England, because we won't have to fight like a million nations for the coalition war. And pretty much we're only worried about this because we still want to take some provinces in Europe, with that being the rest of the lowlands region. And we might want to take some provinces in the English Channel node to directly own them. But as far as border goes, I think we have pretty damn beautiful borders right now. It's been 40 years into the game. Wanted to play a very chill Netherlands game. It is what it is. We went a bit overboard. But this is definitely by far not a ruin campaign, and I'm willing to continue this, guys. And we're gonna do that if we get 1.2 thousand likes in the first few days after this video is out. And if we do continue this run, obviously we're gonna continue developing our lowlands provinces. The plan is to PU England, continue colonizing, and we'll see how much you're interested in this run. We might even make this like a 3 or 4 part series depending on the likes and comments. There it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. I will see you soon. A massive thank you for supporting the channel to Tier 2 members Biologist, Lazar, RogueRhino, Tier 3 member Devertion, and Patreon supporters Lazar and Nikolas. Really appreciate you guys.